Hi, today we're going to cover our feature, the Report Builder. So once you log onto your dashboard, you'll be on your Insights Explorer page. If you navigate to the left side of your screen, you can find the paper airplane, which will take you to our Report Builder. On this first screen, this is where you'll be able to view any scheduled reports, any shared reports, or any drafts that you may have. So you can see here we already have one test report scheduled to send to 3 recipients weekly on Mondays. Anyone on your team who creates a report, you'll be able to see it on this page here. Let's go ahead and create a new report. So say we want to do a report called iOS, and we want to just focus on iOS data. So we can see here that we're confirming that the data source is for the real-time Uber app reviews. If you're a customer that has multiple data sources, you can create multiple reports for different data sources. So if you go ahead and switch to a different data source, it'll just warn you that it'll reset all of your settings, and if you want to change the data source to confirm. We're not going to do that now. So we're going to stick with this data source. And like the report title says, we're going to look at iOS data. So we have the capability here to filter for just the iOS tickets. Note the ticket volume here and the issues. If we go ahead and select this, you'll see that the top issues and the ticket volumes changed over here. Below is where you'll see where we can insert the highlights that we want to cover in the report. You'll see that we automatically create 4 highlights for you. So we capture top categories by volume, top issues by volume, emerging issues, so what issues are increasing in volume from last week to this week, and then what are your top issues by negative sentiment. You have the capability to add up to 8 highlights in each report. So let's go ahead and add a new insight. Say there's a specific issue that we want to track on a weekly basis. You can come over here, we can select the option for issue, and we want to track a specific issue. So you can either track what the top issue is, what an emerging issue, or for this example, we're going to use specific issue. So we can come up here, say we want to know what is going on with driver canceled trip miscellaneous. We can go ahead and create this. You'll see here that now it's created a chart that just tells you what the ticket volume is over the last 7 days for this specific issue. So we'll keep this insight. We'll go ahead and create another insight, and we're going to go the same steps, do issue, specific issue, and then we're going to go for the same issue that we're tracking. Because we can see here for metric wise, we just did one for volume, but you can also do one for sentiment. So we'll go ahead and create that. You'll see that it's creating here. So now you have an insight for driver canceled trip miscellaneous based off of the ticket volume and what that sentiment breakdown is for those last 7 days. You can say this report is done and you want to use it right now. You do have the option to download this now and it'll create a PDF for you. Say we want to focus on specific highlights at the top of the report. Say we want to track this driver canceled trip. We can go ahead and drag and drop this to be at the very top of the report. So you have some functionality here to design it based off of what insights you think might be most relevant at the top. If you download now, you can just immediately get the report, but say we want to schedule this to continue this report on a weekly basis. We will hit schedule, and then we can determine, do we want it weekly on whichever day of the week, or do we want to receive it monthly? If you select monthly, it'll send you at the beginning of each month. And then here is where you can select your recipients. It will pull the list of anyone who is already on your dashboard or has access, but you also have the capability to add new users. So if you have someone new that you want to send the report to, you can just type out the email and it'll show up here. So if we hit schedule, you'll see that your report has been scheduled at the top. If we go back to our report builder homepage, you'll see now that we have 2 scheduled reports. We have our test one, and then we have one for iOS. On the right side here, if you want to edit the report, you can hit the edit button, and you'll see that this is just a report for top highlights for all of the tickets in this data source. So you can see some of the breakdowns that we have here. If we go back, say you want to create a report just like this, but for Android users, you can actually just go ahead and duplicate the report, hit edit. We're going to do Android, and then you can just change your segment here. And then you'll see now that you have a very similar report, but just with different data. If you have any questions on the report builder, please reach out to your customer success manager and we'll help you. Thanks.